Hey, it's Talon 2863 here again, and today's going to be a little bit of a different episode. We're going to head over to the end. Whoops. No! Hi. Nope, wrong way. It is crazy in here. Okay. Hello, Uzi. Thank you so much for Uzi. He's awesome. Oh, who are you? Guess we have a shepherd now. How do you... They keep getting out. I don't know how. I don't know how. Where are we going? We're going to the end. Okay, the end is... one of these directions. Oh, it's totally this way. I know which way I'm going. I'm not lost. I'm not lost in my own nether. That'd be silly. No, that's not the right way. Wait a second. No, it's this way. It's this way. I think I found it. I admit it took me a while. I don't go to the end nearly enough. Oh, please be the right one. Whew, it's the right one. Okay. See, the reason I don't go to the end is not because of those silverfish. It's because of what I've put in the end. I've done some off-camera projects and... I don't know. The end is... For this world, the end has been kind of a grand failure for me. I just keep messing up. First time I stepped into the... across the corner of the... I'm not looking up because there's something that I'm going to show you. Oh yeah, this is the end portal. Here, I'll do this. Beat the dragon. Because you remember when I originally went to beat the dragon, I stepped across the corner and accidentally went in the portal way ahead of time. Yeah. Whoops. Since then, I have built some things. Pretty awesome, right? I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. See, my idea was to build an Enderman farm in the middle of the end, rather than, you know, because normal... Oh. Well, that's cool. The particles follow him. Have they always done that? I've never noticed that before. Anyway, I built it in the middle here, because when you build it way out on the edge, it's more efficient, yes, but it's also more annoying to get to. So I was going to try and build it in the middle here, and then attempt to make it more efficient. So first off, I built this little platform here, and then I built, let's see. Oh yeah, the one way up there is where is the Endermite one, the Endermite thing where you build like a big old massive platform and then you stick an Endermite in the middle. And it failed. I don't know. I could not get it to work. So then I went ahead and built the normal one. That's like 1,000 layers of pistons, and then I go and watch Doc's video. I go and watch Doc's video, and it's like, oh, guess what? This is how the Endermite spawner, Enderman farm thingy works. And if yours hasn't been working, this is probably what you've been doing wrong. It's like, oh, yep, that's what I did wrong. And now, now I'm gonna get rid of all of this and put it back to the other way, because the other way is clearly better. But oh man, this has just been such a nightmare because, oh, you can't really see here. Like with all the area around it, I have to. Oh no. I have to make it so that, you know, Enderman can't teleport and the Enderman can't spawn. And right now, I have not fixed the top of the pillars. So, can you see the Enderman over there in the distance? And then there's Enderman on top of that. Basically, the Endermen are all spawning on top of these pillars, and none of them are spawning where they're supposed to be. It's kind of a disaster. But it's a funny disaster, so it's okay. So I'm going to tear down some of this, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit, because I have kind of a story. Yeah, it's a story, I guess. It's a real life story there. So it's not fictional. It's not made up. Ooh, hey, we got it. Hey, there's an Enderman in there. Hi. Oops. Yeah, they're a one-hit kill. That part worked. Anyway, so this video is probably going. You probably noticed my video schedule is way not normal, messed up. No, not the normal once a week deal. And I explained in the last video, episode 14, why that is. It's because I have a secret project that I'm working on, and I've also since oh boy, that's gonna be happening the whole time, isn't it? I've also since taken on another project to the tune of Good's intro. Actually, that doesn't make sense. To the tune? No. Well, basically, Good wants an intro, and I'm currently trying to make one for him because I think that I can do it pretty well. We'll see. That may or may not be true. But so I have two projects basically, which means videos are not as regular as they once were. I really should take these out first. So that's just the explanation of why the videos have not been so regular. But as far as the story goes, I don't know. I've been having a good day today, and I'll tell you why. It's because I got to start at the beginning. About a year and a half to 2 years ago, I was, for some reason or another, we were, a couple of friends and I were going around. Oh, I remember now. We were lost. We were trying to find a community swimming pool, and we had gotten lost on the way there. And we were trying to figure out where in the world it was, and we were driving around, and we were in like housing developments and stuff. I mean, we were so lost. But we happened to pass by a house that was having a garage sale, and we ended up stopping because we were so lost that I don't know. It's just, oh man, my inventory's full, isn't it? I was going to get rid of this stone. Anyway, so we stopped by this garage sale because I don't remember which person it was, but somebody had noticed there was like a bow there, like a legitimate I think it was a compound bow. Yeah, it was a compound bow. And it was like blue, and oh man, it was really nice looking. In fact, I was getting ready to buy it, and then I noticed something else. In a little box over in the corner was an NES, an old Nintendo Entertainment System, and it was like $75. Now that sounds pretty expensive for an NES, right? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Well, there were like 10, 12 games that came with it, not to mention 3 controllers, which I don't really understand because there's only 2 hookups. You can only play with 2 people at a time with an NES, that I'm aware of anyway. And then there was like this gun hookup thingy, like you could put the controller in it. You know how those things are, because there was like a duck hunt game in that came with it. So there's like $75 for an NES, lots of controllers, you know, all the cables and whatever, and like 10 to 15 games. I don't remember exactly how many it is. I could go count. It's right over there, but oh, whoops. Now you know that I bought it. Oh well. Anyway, I was trying to decide whether to get the bow, which, oh man, it was so nice. And I don't know, like, I like bows in this game, but bows in real life are pretty cool too. Anyway, so I was trying to decide, and then one of my friends ended up actually buying the bow, and that basically made up my mind for me, because it's like, because I didn't mind if he had it, because you know, he asked me beforehand or whatever. He's like, because he saw me looking at it, but I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna get the NES, and so I got it. So now I have this NES, right? Super cool. And I go and get all ready, you know, to play it and whatever. And I realize to play it, it has basically an old connector. You know, it's not something you can that modern TVs have common access to. And when I finally found a TV old enough that had like a RF hookup, that's what it's called. It's basically like a screw looking thing, and there's like a post in the middle of it. You might have seen it before. Anyway, when I finally found a TV that had an old enough hookup, I, you know, plugged it in, of course, and tried to play it. But it would not work. The screen would kind of flicker like it was doing something, but it would not work. You know kind of the difference between like the black screen when a TV is off and then like the black screen when the TV is on? You know how it looks different? It's like bluer almost. And you can just tell that it's on, even though technically there's no color being displayed or whatever. Well, it would do that. And I tried and I could not figure out how to do it. And the old TV that I had access to, it's not something, you know, it's not something I own. So, because I was only using it to try it out. So, when I went back, you know, home, I didn't have access to it. So, I was kind of disappointed at first. And then I realized on the back of my computer, there's this, there's like this little card slot thingy. Well, it's a PCI card, and if you don't know what that is, that's okay. It's back where all the hookups for like your video drivers or whatever, not video drivers, like where you hook up your monitor to your tower. Back there was like a little RF hookup, you know, the little iron screw looking things. And I got all excited because it's like, oh, I can play my NES on my computer, right? And so I go and try it. Nope, doesn't work. Nothing happens. I plug it in, turn the thing on, put in a game, press buttons. Nothing happens. And I had kind of... I figured something was wrong with it because, you know, I did the usual thing where you Google and you look for any possible answer to how to figure it out, but I could not figure it out. And I was like, well, that must have been why the guy was getting rid of it, because it's a dud. So I hung on to it for, you know, the last year and a half or so. And then the other day I don't remember even how I started looking up. I was watching a Seth Bling stream, and I was like, ooh, I wanna play on my NES. I wanna try and fix it again. Well, I went and, you know, looked up stuff, and I found that you need what's called a TV tuner card, which happens to be the thing with the iron screws on the back. So I was like, oh, I have that. Let's try this out. And I tried it out, and just like before, it refused to work. Nothing happened. The screen didn't change. I would turn the NES on. Nothing happened. And then I realized that I need some sort of software to interface with it. Now, TV tuners normally come installed with that kind of software. However, I got my computer secondhand, actually. It's a secondhand custom-built computer, and I've since installed more parts into it. But it came with the TV tuner card, and I wanted to install the software that comes with it, like reinstall it. But I don't have the disc or whatever that the guy had originally when he bought it. So I was kind of bummed out. I was like, oh man, did I really get this far just to hit a wall again? But then it turns out there's this free program called Virtual Dub, which you can actually use to capture, like, record videos. In fact, it's one of the things that I was looking at when I was trying to figure out what software to use when recording, like, Minecraft. And you can use it for recording Minecraft. If you're willing to spend a little bit of money, there's better ones, but and it's a little bit complicated to use. But I figured out how to use it with the NES, and now I've got the NES working on my computer, and I can record what I play. So basically, I could possibly start making NES videos. Now that depends on whether or not if the games have become like public domain or whatever by now. I don't think they would. I'm not sure how that all works. Basically, whether I would need to figure out whether it's legal to record the games and put them on YouTube. But if I could, that'd be pretty cool. Anyway, so I just kind of wanted to tell you that story. Hey, almost at the bottom here. That's the first time I think that I've ever really done like story time on this series. So tell me what you think about that. Am I a bad storyteller, good storyteller, okay storyteller? Should I stick to command blocks? Yeah. There was another thing I was going to say. What was it? It had to do with... Oh! Okay. So, you know how we're doing the thing with the hostile passive mobs? And the intro... If you missed that whole explanation thingy of hostile passive mobs, that's in episode 12, I believe. So if you want to go back and check it out, you can. Anyway, we did the pigs, and next is the sheep. I think I already mentioned, but because I'm so busy working on, it would stink is if the Endermite thingy didn't work. That would really stink, like a lot. Oh man, some of these probably despawned. I almost said despawned again. Huh. Well, anyway, what was I saying? I should stop interrupting myself. I wouldn't lose my train of thought so much. I really should not have come with a full inventory. Man. Oh yeah. Okay, so we're doing the sheep, turning the sheep hostile pretty soon. But because I've been working on the other projects that I mentioned before, Good's Intro and Secret Project Pilot, which I mentioned in episode 14, I don't have... I'm devoting my time to those things more. That's why I'm doing sort of the story style today, because I can just hit record and talk. But here's my idea. If you guys have thoughts or things that you'd like to see me do when I make the sheep hostile, put those in the comments, so there's kind of like a buffer. So I'm not going to work on making the sheep hostile this episode, because that requires a lot of command block tinkering. But if and I don't even know what I'm going to do. Oh, that was so stupid. No, it wasn't. No, actually, that's fine. But if you guys have any ideas for how to make the sheep hostile, I would love to hear from you. Just put it in the comments, because I will read those. And now I might not necessarily use your idea if it's like if it's impossible to do in command blocks or something. But if I can, oh man, I'm missing so many pistons. Oh, I'm gonna drown, aren't I? I don't have respiration. My helmet broke. Yeah. Woo. It is a disaster in here. I'm gonna try and set up the endermite thing, and then I'm gonna light up the pillar deals. Woohoo! Let's see if we can get some endermen spawning. Also, I'm gonna check how long the episode's been. See how much time I have left. Because you guys can see the time, but I can't, which is kind of unfortunate. Anyway, un momento. Ta-da! It's working! And even though it's not, like, perfectly efficient, you'll notice they're still coming down at a fairly decent rate. So I'll have to go around and light up areas and stuff. Put water in it or something. Make it so that Enderman can't spawn everywhere, except for in this little area. But I will have Ender Pearls now, which is the whole point of this. I use Ender Pearls a lot, or at least I do if I have Ender Pearls to use. Oh, no. I'm trying to get a good view. No. Yeah. Okay. So, I'll put the link for Doc's video in the description. Oh, look. Did you see that? The end portal unloaded. Huh. Anyway, his Endermite fix. Oh, it pushes me off the edge. Yeah, that's right. So that will be in the description. And I think that does it for this episode. So, see you guys next time. Have a great day. Bye.